Hey, what's up, everybody? Jesse Daly here in the Caribbean. Thank you so much for being back here on my channel. I always appreciate it. My friends, we've got a lot to talk about as we have for the last few days. We're looking at infrared satellite imagery courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com. And this is the Atlantic Basin. Now, infrared satellite imagery, we are looking at the temperature of the tops of clouds. The darker colors you see are colder cloud tops built high into the atmosphere. Typically, we're looking at a stronger storm when we see that. Now, this is Hurricane Erin around near the Bahamas. It has passed us here in the Virgin Islands where I am. And as you can see in my video, I'll link it above. This storm passed a couple hundred miles north of St. Croix. We still got some impacts, not bad impacts, but it was still windy. We lost power. We lose power here a lot, actually. We got some rain. St. Thomas and St. John, north of St. Croix here, got some more impacts. At that time, the storm was actually a very strong system, but it was smaller in size. The storm now is, as of 8 a.m., the system is a Category 2 hurricane. Still a really powerful storm because we can see that it may intensify. Again, the M stands for major hurricane, Cat 3 or higher. Hurricane here is Cat 1 or 2. By the way, we've got tropical storm warning still as of 8 a.m. for Turks and Caicos. Tropical storm watches up by parts of the Bahamas and, very interestingly, parts of the North Carolina coast. I actually suspect that we may see more watches along portions of the eastern seaboard. Why is that? Well, because the storm is the wind field is growing. See this yellow circle around the center of Erin. This is tropical storm force winds that extend well beyond the eye of the storm. And then the little red here is the hurricane force winds that extend beyond the eye of the storm. The X is the eye of the storm. Something I thought was very interesting and a little bit scary. At 5 a.m., the National Hurricane Center noted that here in their discussion that the model guidance shows that the storm growing in size, wind radii have been made larger in the forecast. This new forecast brings tropical storm force winds very close to mid-Atlantic and southern New England coast later this week. Now, it doesn't matter if this is a Category 2, 3, or higher. It's a huge storm and it's a dangerous storm. I do expect that we could see some some impacts to portions of the coastline of the East Coast. I have family, mom and my twin sis up in Maryland. Got to watch that closely. I'm from Massachusetts, so Cape Cod area. At the very least, going to see some good surf. Don't go in the water; it's going to be dangerous. But it's going to be. We got to really keep a close eye on this. We think we may see some more watches. I think it's a very smart thing that National Hurricane Center has put a watch out, at least for now, for ports of North Carolina, because, as I said, we were here in the Virgin Islands, and it was a couple hundred miles north of St. Croix. We still got some impacts, and it's that wind field is only growing wider. So important to watch this if you are basically like anywhere along the East Coast right now. Even Florida, you're going to get waves. So let's just take a quick look at something else that I think is really important to look at. This is the 7-day forecast from National Hurricane Center, and we've got two other waves right behind Erin that we have to watch. We, especially in the Caribbean, have to watch disturbance number 1, which is it will make a close pass anyway to the Leeward Islands around later this week, maybe around Friday. It could intensify into a tropical depression. Remember, those tropical depression, tropical storm, hurricane. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. Also off the west coast of Africa, we got another storm. It's actually already been given named Invest 99L, and Invest is an area under investigation by National Hurricane Center. For this one, it may intensify, but then it looks like it may move into an area that is less conducive for development. So again, got to keep a close eye on that. But for right now, for Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Caribbean, it's disturbance number 1 that I'm watching really closely. I think even if this doesn't get itself together, we'll still get some rain, maybe some gusty winds this weekend. Again, if we look at this, is the uh, European Model Ensembles weathernerds.org. Let's take a look at where European model believes it could go. This was initialized at 6Z, which is 2 a.m. And this is bringing disturbance number 1 close to, if not over, parts of the Leeward Islands here. So definitely something that we need to watch. Again, the one off the coast of Africa kind of dies out, so that's not guaranteed. Certainly, it's not guaranteed. Anything can happen. As we saw with Erin, it intensified. It was one of the fastest storms to intensify in history. It went from a Cat 1 to Cat 5 in 24 hours. I feel like my eyes just like popped out of my head. I still can't believe that happened. And it was happening right north of the Virgin Islands. I mean, honestly, you guys, like, it's so lucky that that storm didn't make any further passes south. I mean, I think you probably, if you have been following my channel, I was concerned all that week about where the thing was going to go, because I kept seeing like, well, this might dip a little, and it did dip a little, and it dipped farther south and west than a lot of the models were predicting. So these storms can wobble. You have to be ready. You have to be prepared. I'll be here throughout hurricane season. Please hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and stay safe out there. And I will keep an eye on the tropical skies come rain or shine. Thank you for watching.